Look at that, guys. Oh my god, you see that? Damn, a big chunk of the lip broken. The whole thing is literally falling apart right there. You guys see that? Oh man, look at that. Oh shoot, look at that part. Oh my god, look at this part, bro. No manchen, look at that. Oh man, look at this. Oh shoot, bro, it should be like up here, but damn, guys. So rest in peace to this lip right here. Unfortunately, I broke the front lip, and this is all due because of the front mesh right here being deleted, and me not, you see how I have tape right here, like hanging right here, like I have tape right here. I had tape under the intercooler to hold this plastic piece up right here, to hold it up and try to keep it like up here and keep it flat right there. But over time it fell, and I never bothered to fix it or readjust it or anything. So then what ended up happening is this part with the wind went down. I hit something, the lip cracked a little in the middle at first, and there was a piece hanging, and then I guess I got lazy to fix it, and then I had to drive 4 hours away, 4 hours back, and I didn't have time to really look at it and adjust it. I'm like, okay, I think I should be fine. Nah, bro, something hit and now the lip is broken. Look at this. Oh my god, look at that, bro. Oh shoot. So I guess it's time to retire the Type R style lip from ABS Dynamics. I tried looking for it again. They only have the one with the fake carbon available. So instead, I decided to make the move, which kind of scary because of how low I sit, guys. But I will be raising up the car a little, and I also need to raise it up because I've been breaking the side markers so many times. Look at it. It's loose, and here my tires are getting cut. They had like a big line right here on my, I recently rotated them. The rear has like a line. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. In the front, look at this line right here going all the way down. Look at that. That should not be there. That's from rubbing across the freaking front right there. I'm running a little camber in the front to try to clear as much as I can. But now, since I'm swapping the lip out, I could raise it up a little bit, pull back the camber just a tiny little bit, just a little bit. It's barely anything, maybe like negative 1.8, and then I'm push it out more, so it's gonna look even more like popped out and lined up straight. And I decided to go with this lip, guys, right here. In case you haven't read the title already, we're going with the GReddy lip. I have it mocked up right here already. For you guys that don't have an SI and you have the hatchback, you need this piece right here. Part number will be in the description or right here, showing up right here. This piece comes off my SI. This was on my SI originally. Took it off because the ABS Dynamics comes with its own grill that's like thicker. And then I decided to cut it out. On the ABS Dynamics front lip, it comes with a grill piece. Decided to cut it out. But this is my OEM one. This is the one that came on my OEM car, and this one is the one that we're gonna utilize. We have to put it back on, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna cut the mesh out because I don't want it to bow right there in the front. But here is the carbon lip, guys. Oh shoot, GReddy. Sheesh, look at that thing. Damn, guys, it's gonna look so freaking nice on the car. It's gonna complete the front look. I've always felt that the cars was missing something else in the front, and it's carbon fiber lip, guys, and I bought this along with it. So because I am scared and because of the way I've been riding, I bought this bumper scrape guard that's gonna go under the lip, all under it. And then I bought this one, easy lip scrape guard, that's gonna go on the edge. This part sits right on the edge. Oh look, my hand got freaking manchado, no manchin. This is gonna sit on the edge. It has like a lip that sits on the edge of the lip, and then it'll cover this piece. It'll cover a little bit of this piece right here, right on the edge of it. Just right on the edge, it'll cover a little piece, and then it'll be all under, protecting the edge of the front lip. And it'll look clean. It won't look dumb. It'll look clean, nice. So we're gonna get that going, guys. First, gotta raise the car, take off the front bumper, get rid of that ABS Dynamics front lip, because damn, bro, rest in peace to it. Like, look at that. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. And it's all freaking manchado. Look at that. No manchen, I gotta clean my bumper. Look at that. Oh shoot, bro. Rest in peace to the ABS Dynamics front lip, guys. Sheesh. After lifting it up and upon further investigation, look at this. Damn, bro, I lost this little piece right here. There's a little bracket right here, like this one, that blocks right here, like the air, so that the airflow can be directed into the intercooler, and then won't be able to escape through over there. Broken, gone, missing, I don't know where, guys, somewhere on the freeway. This part, you see the silver part down there? Here's a better image of it. Oh man, you see this bracket right here? This is part of the bumper. This part, bro, oh my god, it got dragged down. Oh, what is going on? No. Hopefully we don't really need that part. Oh god damn, bro. Oh my god. Yo, look at that. That's part of the bumper, bro. No manching. So we're gonna take off this freaking ABS Dynamics. Look at this. Oh my god, bro. This is so crazy. Yo, look at the whole under part right here. Look, it looks perfectly fine, or not perfectly fine, but just a little scrape, Then you go right here. Oh, a big freaking chunk is missing. What the fuck? Yo, hey, at least the under tray is still holding up amazing, even though I've been scraped. You can tell I scraped it a couple times. Look at that. Oh my god, bro. Freaking stuff on the road, sometimes it's unavoidable. That's the only part that gets me a little scared for the new GReddy lip, but it's okay. That's why I'm putting protection. This one didn't have any protection on it. I tried putting it on, but it didn't really work because of the design right here. It's like weird, like it has a little pop piece that pops out, this and that. But let's get this off and get going to remove the whole bumper. I already wiped it all down because goddamn it was so dirty. Bumper is off, guys. Look at that. As I was saying, this thing is missing, but I have it right here still. This one got saved. That one's always been broken either way, but I guess it officially just disappeared. Look right here, like I wrapped the grill right here so that you can't see the shiny part. I mean, not the grill, the crash bar, so you can't see it behind the mesh of the grill. I'm gonna give that a wipe down right now. Here we go, guys. Look at that. Damn, look at that big chunk right there missing. Damn, it doesn't look that bad right here, but it's really bad from under. It's all broken. The bumper is being yanked down there. Screws are falling out. Time to take it off. After a bit of patience and taking out a couple of screws, got them right here. The magnet tray for the wind, so I won't just have them spread everywhere. There's still a couple screws right here, like right here, just pointing out. But the lip is off. ABS Dynamics lip. Who wants it? Let me know. $100. I know what I got, guys. I know what I got. $100. Let me know. Nah, but just kidding, guys. Look, lip is off right here. Boom, look at that shit. Sheesh. So now I could install this part back on, which is my OEM piece. As I stated, I already had this. I just took it off the car because that lip came with its own grill to make it fit, because it doesn't fit with this one. This one is gonna go back on the car. I'm gonna keep the mesh installed because I don't want this part right here being all wango. Look, it's super wango, this part. It's super loose, and it's gonna make the GReddy lip dip right there, and I don't want that to be happening, guys, because that's partially why that broke. It caught onto something, and over time it just kept on bowing down more and more and more, and it finally hit something harder and broke. So hell yeah, guys. So I got the lower grill installed, put back on. Look at that. Sheesh. OEM right there. That's OEM. That's literally the lower grill that came on my car when I purchased it, and I just took it off for the ABS Dynamics lip. So now let's get the GReddy lip lined up right there. Hell yeah. Make sure you guys have like clamps. It'll make your life easier at this point, because this part is the lining up part, and basically what I'm gonna do is make it sit. The lip is gonna sit a little bit more forward, because what I noticed is when you line it up, you're supposed to line up the end of the bumper to right here at this point, but then look, it still has this little wing piece right here, and that's just the design of the front lip. You see that, how it curves out right there? This part right here is supposed to line up with the bumper and curve out this way. What I've seen a lot of people do is put the bumper like right here, or all the way lined up to right here. I'm gonna have it like maybe right here, like right before this piece, so this piece can still stick out just a little bit. And then the front of the chin, it's like a chin lip, it won't look so tucked under the bumper, because I've seen the way some people have it and it's too tucked under, which is what made me not want to get it anymore after a while. But then I noticed people make it sit a bit forward, and that's when I saw, I'm like, oh, okay, so that makes it look better, and that is how I would do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then you use these clamps to hold it in place right here with the bumper, and it's gonna hold in place, and then you just gotta drill out the holes and then use the hardware it comes with, which is nuts and bolts, washers and all that. And yeah guys, hell yeah, I might use a pilot hole with a self-tapping screw just to hold it in place, and then make sure it stays in place, because even with the clamps it might shift a little, you never know. But these are gonna be helpful. Damn guys, I literally just put it on and look at that. God damn. Hell yeah. I don't know if you guys can see with the lighting right now, but god damn, look at that. Sheesh. Beast right there. So this is what I'm talking about right here, this part. So a lot of people, let me move it a little. A lot of people make it get lined up to right about right here, like right there. And yeah, it makes it line up perfectly with the bumper, but then I feel like it gets tucked under way too much. Right now it doesn't look that tucked under because the other side isn't adjusted the same way. The other side is over there. It's not the same way, almost there. But what I'm gonna do is put it back a little bit, so like maybe right here, somewhere right there, and it doesn't look that bad. And then a little winglet, it gives it a little more like a little cool design thing, you know. And then the front is gonna be looking nice. And then the front part right here, look, this part is where there's like the lip part right here. That right here should be close to this. That's what I'm trying to match. And then this will stick out a little more, and then it'll look a little more aggressive. Hell yeah guys. Ooh, and the carbon weaves, they're all aiming this way. Same thing as my grill, same thing as my nose piece, and on the hood too, they're all aiming this way. Hell yeah bro, it matches perfectly. So let me get this clamped on, check how I want it to be, and then we can start drilling holes and everything. Hell yeah. Damn bro, look at that freaking lip. It's not even on yet, but it's sitting on there. I clamped it down. This is basically how it's gonna look. Oh shoot, that thing looks aggressive guys. God damn. I made sure both sides it looks equal on what I was talking about. I was trying to explain. If you see that right there, that's the little clamp piece you can see. But right there, look, you see that? How this part is supposed to line up all the way to right here, but then as I've stated, I noticed that then the lip sits a little too under the car, and the way it's sitting right now, I like it because it pops out a bit, and in pictures and all that, it'll look more aggressive and it's more forward, which means it's not as under, which means it's not as lower, and then it'll be less prone to me freaking destroying it. Just a little bit more safety precaution right there, not that much really, but it helps a little. And this part, I didn't line it up all the way to the end because then I feel like it'll stick way too much out. So just right here, just a little piece right here of this, like maybe a finger length right there. Boom, this right there, and it adds a nice little like flare right there. That looks beast. And then on the other side as well, we got that going on. Let's check it just to confirm. Yep, same thing right here. Yep, right there. Pretty much the same thing, like a finger length thing right here. Maybe a little bit more forward. If I can adjust it a little, I will. But yeah guys, now I'm gonna just drill a pilot hole right through the middle, in through the carbon, and then like flip it with the face down, so then I can start making all the holes that you need to make on the plastic bottom piece. That's why you need this piece right here, and then it'll get attached to this, but this is attached to the whole bumper, so you're good. Hell yeah. And I might not cut this out, like I said, because I don't want it drooping all down. I don't want it to get freaking destroyed. So let's get it going. Took a bit of finessing. I low-key dropped the lip a bit. God damn bro, right here, because I took off the screws. I utilized 2 screws right here, 1, 2, and I kept on moving them around. Made a couple holes, that's okay. Those are just screws that I was using to like line up the lip, hold it right there in place for me while I adjust the edges, both edges. I was doing one side, then I went to adjust the other side. It looked off a bit, went to readjust, took off the center ones, and then it dropped a little bit. I was like, no. So then I put my shoe under here, just to hold it up a bit, because it's kind of floating in the air. It's on this box. It's on that box right there, and the lip is kind of like floating. You see that? It's floating a little bit, and it kind of dropped. I was like, oh damn, hopefully it didn't get messed up. I haven't looked under there. It should be okay. I don't feel anything, and if anything, that easy lip guard will cover that part where it landed on. It should be okay. This should be strong. So I use these clamps to hold it in place. I already drilled a screw in here, like just right there, just to hold it in place, so that I can make all the holes necessary under. All the holes you need that are pre-drilled out of the thing right here. Look, you move a taladro, a drill thing through here, and make the hole and all this and that, make the holes, and then boom, it's good to go. But right now it's literally sitting how it should be sitting. Both sides are pretty similar right there. Boom, look, boom, not lined up completely with this part pokes out just a little bit more. I don't know if you guys could tell right there, just a little bit. And then over here too, just a little bit right there. I mean, you guys can see it just a little bit poking out from right there. Yeah, just a little bit, little tiny bit right there. So that's pretty good. The lip matches, everything is good. It pokes out as much as I wanted to on the front. It's looking nice. So then now we just got to drill out the pilot holes. Just take a drill bit, Milwaukee for the win. Get the, get your holes, measure the tools, not the tools, of hardware that it comes with, which is right here, and it has a lot. And then we got this cool ass badge right here. Hell yeah, that's the final touch right there. And then we got the scrape guard and the bumper scrape guard. That bumper scrape guard thing is gonna go all under here, like all the way to the edge too, and near right here, because there's already gonna be the easy lip guard at the edge, and then we're putting more protection under that. So hell yeah, guys, here we go. So I got my drill bit right here. It's a little bigger than the screw that it comes, than the little bolts it comes with. This right here, a little bit smaller. The screw's a little bit smaller than drill bit, but that's okay because we got washers. It's not super big, like extremely big, because the size under this one, it's like this will be fitting in there too tight. So this fits perfectly. This drill bit right here, forgot what size it is, 1/4 right there, 1/4. You see this one right here, the 316 would have been too small, too tight. You would have been having a thread in the bolt. This one's perfect right here. So let's make all the holes necessary and then get to installing all the hardware. It's a lot of hardware, low key, but that's better to make the lip more stable, and so that the wind doesn't pull it under, you get me, all that good stuff. So I mean, if you want, you can attach your own stronger bolts, which I can do that as well. I might just do that too, just for extra support. But what the hardware that GReddy provides, it's beast. So let's get all this going. Further inspection: if you're gonna install this lip and you want to line it up perfectly to the back, you won't have any issues. But if you're lining it up a little bit more forward like me, and you're gonna utilize all these at every single hole, so when you drill out this part right here, you can see this hole, you put this through here, you drill out the hole right there, the hole up there, the hole shoots out a bit. It shoots out all the way forward, like under this piece, under this grill, under there. I drilled out the center one and it pokes out right there. You really can't get this in there. So what you're gonna have to do is make new holes under here as close as possible to this piece. Right here, as close as possible. I made one right there. That's a new hole that did not come pre-drilled out. That's a new one. You could put new holes, and you can utilize these for self-tapping screws if you want to. That's on you guys though. I'm gonna use self-tapping screws myself on those little holes, but little ones, not long ones that are gonna shoot out from the front of the bumper, because it's very close to the edge of the bumper is what I'm saying. When you pull it forward, it's very close to the edge of the bumper. Just be careful with that, guys. Just a warning. If you do utilize those holes, just a warning. But you can make new holes, brand new holes down here if you want to. Just use the drill bit and you could drill more holes, make it more secure for yourself. That'll be better. And then add self-tapping screws here and there to even add a little more support. So yeah, guys, beast mode. Let me get all of this freaking put on now, and I'm gonna try to drill out more holes. Like I can make one right here if I wanted to, right here. I can make one right here, right down the middle under the GReddy thing, just so that it won't be so under the front lower grill, because that hole down there is stuck under the lower grill. So I can raise it up a bit higher, like right here. But I might just use self-tapping screws right there. Hell yeah, guys, progress update. So I basically got a whole bunch of these screws in. Look, boom, Boom, I'm missing one right there. That goes right here on this hole. That one did line up. Like I said, this one didn't, but I added more screws, the bolts, nuts, all that right there, the washers. You see I got that one right there in that corner. I just missing this last one over here. I even added the edge ones right there, like boom. And then now I'm just gonna add a couple more self-tapping screws, like right here down the middle, from like as close on this part right here, just straight down, like a couple here and there, just to put them on, just for a little more rigidity. And like I said, just missing that last one. And then basically the front lip is pretty much installed. And then now we just need to put it back on the car, put the easy lip guard, the bumper scrape guard that goes under the lip, and we are good to go, guys. And then I just gotta adjust my ride height. It honestly doesn't look bad like that, but that wheel gap right there is a little bit too much right here. When I lower the car, it sits like covering this part basically. So I'm gonna have it so that it exposes the whole tire, and I'm gonna bring out the tire because it has camber. It has natural camber. Right now, the way it's looking right now, it looks nice. Like right there, with it in the air, you're gonna be able to see the tire poking out more. So that's gonna be better for me as well, and also for driving, daily driving it, which I don't do as much anymore because I use my other car, but still, I take this car to far places and hasn't given me any issues. Just the front lip so far that broke on me, but that's kind of my fault for not fixing it when I initially saw it bowing down a little more than usual. So that's on me. But GReddy lip is almost installed, guys. Let's get it all finished up and you'll see it on the car. Rest in peace to the ABS Dynamics front lip, guys. No munching. This is done. We gotta get rid of it. Look at that freaking GReddy lip, guys. Oh my god. Sheesh. I gotta buff this out right here. That's from the old lip. It's a little manchas. I'm gonna buff that part out. God damn, look at that. Look how it sits. Oh my god, it sits a bit aggressive, guys. Oh shoot, look at that. I'll have better pictures, videos in the freaking sunlight. Yo, that's freaking sick. That looks beast. Hell yeah. So I added a couple more self-tapping screws, like right here near the edge from the underside, utilizing those pre-drilled out holes, the big ones that GReddy has. And I just put self-tapping screws with washers, short ones so that it won't cut through here because they're literally under this part right here. Will I cut this part out? I'm thinking no, because I don't want this part to be loose. This grill right here, low-key, is the holding point to hold up the middle right here. Without this, it's just gonna bend lower, and I don't want that to happen. Even though this is sturdy and it's not, and I don't think it would like bow down a bit right here, like go down a bit like a little U. I still don't want to risk it. I still don't want to let a whole bunch of wind like push this part down and then end up bending this down and messing it up. So I'm gonna just leave it like this for now. It looks clean, it looks nice, looks more OEM, looks more what's it called, more mature, like, instead of exposing the whole freaking intercooler, although it does give it a cool look. But this is nice, guys. Hell yeah, look at that. Sheesh, freaking GReddy carbon fiber lip installed. Next thing I'm about to do right now is wipe it down with alcohol on the edges a bit and install the easy lip right here. Oh yeah, I gotta also put on this badge right here, but that's the final touch. We're gonna put this bumper scrape guard and the easy lip guard. Should be pretty simple. With this thing right here, you just have to, basically it's just gonna go on the edge right here, on the edge of the lip right here under, and it's like a L, and it just goes right here. Let me show you guys how it's gonna look. Oh, look, it has a free sticker, easy lip. Hell yeah. So basically it's gonna go like this. Look, you put it right here, boom, boom, right there. You see that? Right on the edge of the lip, right on the edge of the lip, right on the edge of the lip, and it curves with the lip. So let's get that going. Should be super simple, easy, straightforward. And then the bumper scrape guard under comes with like 4 pieces that are like maybe 12 inches long, and then they'll just go all under across right behind this to give it extra protection. Let me buff out that. And then adjusting the ride height is an extra step for me because I don't want to break it. I know if I lower it down right now, this thing's going to be on the ground. And I know how much you guys want to see that, but Oh man, for me it'll be a disaster for sure. So let me just get this thing on and adjust my ride height, and I'll show you guys how it looks. Hell yeah, guys, you can't even notice the freaking easy lip guard from afar. Look right there, look, there it is. Boom, right on the edge. Nice, secure, taped on. I added a little self-tapping screws at the bottom. It basically looks like this at the bottom. The serrated, or this part right here, makes it curve around the edges perfectly. To the bottom, look, let me show you guys how it looks. Look, that's how it looks. You see that? Look at that, how it looks on the turn. How it looks right here. You can see where I put the screw on right there on the edge. I put it on all the parts where like turns and all that, just to add a little bit more peace of mind that it won't just fall off. I read reviews where the tape sometimes doesn't hold on, but this tape on the easy lip one, bro, when I removed the red part, it smelled like strong ass freaking adhesive. I'm like, damn dog. And I placed it down and it got stuck pretty quickly, and I was trying to readjust it at first. I'm like, damn. But we're good to go on that part. And then now this is just for extra peace of mind. This is gonna go behind it. It's just in case I scrape on some other parts. We're gonna put it right here, look, like right here, just under here, just to protect it even more. We're gonna place it like right behind it to give a bit more protection. We're gonna utilize maybe 3 strips, 4 strips, I don't know, but that's what we're gonna do now. And then adjust my ride height, and then I'll show you guys the final product in the sun. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys, there it is. Freaking GReddy carbon fiber lip installed on the car. Oh shit. I did adjust the ride height because you can see more of the tire now. It didn't used to be, you weren't able to tuck in your fingers like this before, and this is touching way closer. I mean, it still is a bit super close, but it looks more poked out now. You can see the tire like poking out on the side. It used to be more tucked in. I took off some of the camber. There we go, guys. God damn. Sheesh, freaking sun went away right now. But hell yeah, that thing looks beast. I put a little trim restoration on this piece right here, on the grill, the bottom piece, because it was looking kind of faded. We got that going right there. It looks all clean, nice. Hell yeah, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know. Look at that. God damn, bro. It is a little higher. It still sits low because of the front lip. The front lip makes it look lower from the front, so that's pretty crazy. But I still have a good amount of clearance. I can still put my shoe, my whole front of my shoe under there, right there. See, so that gives you like a good amount to my shoe. My shoe, Nikes right there, boom, good amount. Look at that, look in the sun. Oh yeah, the sun popped out. Look at that, guys. Damn. Look at the carbon weaves, I told you. Look at the hood going this way, my nose piece that way, my grill that way. This one is going this way, but I know that one right there is going that way, and then this way. Hell yeah, guys, boom, everything going that way, flowing perfectly. It looks so beast. The titanium badge right there. Hell yeah. It matches the titanium pieces on the inside of the engine bay. Thing looks nice, thing looks clean. Let me see if I clear exiting my own freaking driveway right now. God damn, guys, exiting my own freaking driveway. I'm right now on the incline, a little bit 3-wheeling. That shit is fucking touching, and that's where it comes protected right here. God damn, look at that shit. Oh my god, I didn't even hear it scraping, but look at that shit. God damn. To be fair, my previous lip used to always scrape exiting out of the driveway. So that's fine with me. Look at that shit. God damn, that thing looks so nice. Woo. GReddy, the GReddy carbon fiber lip for the Civic. That shit looks beast, bro. Fuck yeah. This thing is freaking beast. I highly recommend if you guys get it. Ceramic coated, paint protection film, whatever you want to do to it to protect it from the sun, from rock chips and debris and all that. So I might add paint protection film eventually. For right now, it's okay with me. I just ceramic coated it, 2 layers, wax on top, should be good to go. Hell yeah, guys. God damn.
Now you can check the whip and peel. Damn, this nigga is ill. Get shifting smooth as butter. Cut in and out of lanes undercover. Style, wow, my mirror, the rear view. You can never fly by, homie, I will see you. Mach 5, change terrains if need be. Thou shall never floor pass. I would let the ID before you act on.